name was Rindercella. Now Rindercella lived with her mugly other and two sad blisters. But also in this same corn country there lived a very pransome hince. And this pransome hince was going to have a Bancy Fall. So he invited Penny Meeple from Riles and Rouse Mount to come to his Bancy Fall. So Rindercella's mugly other and two sad blisters went out to buy some drancy fesses to wear to the Bancy Fall. But Rindercella couldn't go, because all she had to wear was some old wordy dags. Finally, the night of the Bancy Fall arrived, and Rindercella couldn't go, so she just got down and tried. Suddenly, there appeared before her her Gary Modfather, and he touched her with his magic wand, and there appeared before her a cage coach and Hicks white horses to take her to the Bancy Fall. But he said, Rindercella, be sure and be home before midnight, or I'll turn you into a tumpkin. When Rindercella arrived at the Bancy Fall, the pransome hince dead her at the moor, because he'd been watching for her behind the wooden window. So Rindercella and the pransome hince danced all night until midnight, and they lay in fun. Suddenly, the mid-clock struck night, and Rindercella staced down the rares, and just as she beached the bottom, she slopped her dripper. Well, the very next day, the pransome hince went all over this corn country looking for the beautiful girl who had slopped her dripper. Finally, he came to Rindercella's house. And he tried it on her mugly other, and the fidden did. Then he tried it on the two siggly usters, and the fidden did. Then he tried it on Rindercella, and the fid did. So Rindercella and the pransome hince were married, and they lived heavily after happeners. Now the story of the Maury is this: you go to a Bancy Fall, and you want a pransome hince to loll and fun with you, don't forget to slop your dripper.
That's great.
Bravo.
Yeah.